These are the Max Maven variations that I've come up with, and they're powerful in their own right, and they also have the incredible advantage that the discard pile is highly structured. In fact, it's almost resets the whole thing for you. Most of the time, that is not the case for the Max Maven routines. Whereas with what I've done here with the variations, you get some very nice, predictable structures out. And so I've quickly set it up as an AMP, and that's never a bad idea because, for the beginning, because then you just show that you do have kind of matching cards here, okay? So the spectator can see, okay, well, it is possible. There is a mate for every card, kind of thing. Okay, now we need it mirrored, okay? So we can do a mange over-under, or under-over. I don't remember which one we did last time. Either one of those, it's mirrored now. Okay, so we know that from our diagram. So, so being mirrored, we're ready. So what we do is it always follows the same Max Maven game protocol. So that refers to this dealing out left, right, and then the hope is, you know, it's a winning pair if these are companion cards. That's a fail, right? And then the spectator, very importantly, they get to stack these. Because honestly, depending on how you stack those, it changes what's coming next. It genuinely does, right? The only reason that this set of cards maintain some predictability in this situation is because it's mirrored. And the stay stack principle tells us that this kind of dealing of a mirrored structure is unperturbed. It will still be mirrored. It will actually be permuted quite a bit, but it will still have a mirrored structure. Okay, so they do as many of those as they like, and it never works. And you say, okay, well, let's just try that one more time. We'll try something a little different, okay? So you come over here and you say, well, you know, choose the top card of either one. It really is your choice. But you know, kind of use your intuition, because we're hoping for some success in all of this. So depending on which one you choose, the whole thing may fail again, right? So which one would you like? And maybe they say they want this one here. And you think, oh, you say, well, I think that's a good choice. Well, we'll find out. Okay, so now we're entering the variation. So I have 13 cards, okay? The mirrored mate, remember this came from here. The mirrored mate to that one is the bottom one here, right? Okay, remember that. We have 7 here, 6 here. We want the mirrored mate in the middle of this new packet of 13. So all we have to do is put this set of 7 on top of the 6 cards, and the mirrored mate is in the middle. Well, being in the middle, we have a choice here. You can just Klondike shuffle that middle card to the top. And if you do that, the discard pile is wonderful because it'll be 12 cards with the revealed pair. Let me just show you that very fast. I have to realize that there may be some people who haven't watched all of the previous videos in this boot camp series, okay? So I've Klondike shuffle, an odd size packet, which always leads to just one single little card at the end. It's this one, and boy, did that work out for us. Did you happen to have chosen a good top card? It looks like you did. We found the mirrored mate. Okay, so what I was just saying here is this discard pile is wonderful. It's an AMP. It's an AMP. So, I mean, one of many things you could do is you've done this and it's like, oh man, that's really surprising. Say, well, I think you've done far more than just match those up. I feel like you've matched up many of these. In fact, I think you maybe matched up all of them perfectly. I mean, that would just be one way that you could finish, which I've never done before, right now. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier, but that would be a great way to finish. So take advantage of this nice structured discard pile. Or you could now, it's 12 cards, well, you can just go into a 12 card Max Maven that we've done earlier, right? So you convert this to a mirrored, left, right, try to get those to match. They won't. Deal them left, right one more time. Have them choose the top card of either, and then go through. Let's see, what would that be? So 11. Oh yeah, that'd be nice. So it would be a under down. No, down under. A down under deal will bring that middle card to the top. But why don't we just do that? Because that's actually a good review. Because what will happen is this packet of 11 cards after we've removed one is a nice packet. If you remember, packet of size 5 and 11. The middle cards for those are very nice relative to the lone survivor principle. Okay, so you wouldn't have to show them this. You know, you've done this. You just pick up these cards. You know it's an AMP. Well, you need it mirrored, so you just do the same thing. We need to get it over to a mirrored structure. So an over, over is fine. I'll just show you. You don't show the spectator. That's mirrored now, right? And so now you go through and say, well, maybe that was a fluke or success here. Maybe, you know, 8's kind of a lucky number on its own. Maybe the universe did that for us, but it wasn't anything we actually did. So let's see if we can do that again, you know. And so you deal them out as before and go, nope, no. Well, maybe if I don't know, just stack these piles in just the right way, and then nope. Let's see. Maybe I'll stack it the opposite way. That'll do it. That'll help me. I'm sure it will. You know, and they can do this 7 or 8 times until they realize they're never going to succeed, right? And then you can say, well, I'm just having a thought that we should try something different again, kind of like we did already. So just deal them out again. And I want you to, once again, use your intuition to choose the top card of either one. Okay, really dig deep here. Make a good choice, because you made a good choice back here. And then you can think, this one feels like a good one. Why don't we go with that one? Okay, so now you as a performer need to, you know, think through this. I have 5, 6, okay? And recall that for a packet of 11 cards, the middle card is a special card relative to this lone survivor idea. Now think through. Will you need an under down or a down under? Because this isn't too hard to, you know, even though I made a mistake a minute ago and I had to correct myself, it's actually it's not too hard to figure out which one you need. So the mirrored mate to that one is the bottom one. Okay, so we want to reveal that bottom card. But we want it in the middle, right? That's what you said. The middle card for a packet of 11 cards is a special place for the lone survivor. So remember, so the card of interest, the matching mate, is the 6th card from the top. Well, think about it. The down, under, and under, down. 6th position. Well, what does the down, under get rid of, the first kind of sweep through? Down, under, down, under. Well, it gets rid of the odd position cards, right? It gets rid of the first one, and then the second one goes under, gets rid of the third one, the fourth one goes under. So the down under kills, draws off all of the odd position cards, and it leaves the even position cards. Whereas an under down does the opposite. An under down is where you go like this, so that top card is spared, and then the second card is killed off. So it kills all of the even position values. Well, our card is in the 6th position. We don't want it to die. We want it to stay. We want it to survive all of this. So we would want to, so you just kind of have to think through that. You go, okay, 6th position. Oh, yeah. I want the down under because I want to get rid of the odd positions and keep the even positions, okay? So I don't know if that maybe helps you just quickly process which of those two you need. So we want the 6th position. We don't want these odd positions. You go down, under, down, under, down, under, down. Down, under, down, under, down, under, down, under, down, under, down, and then the last lone survivor. And you can make reference to the Australian shuffle and, you know, the luck of the Australian, even though that's not a thing necessarily. Okay, so it's brought one card, one lone survivor. Okay, so is it the matching mate to this one? It is indeed. And we're back to that wonderful pair, the Ace of Spades and the Ace of Clubs. Okay, so that is a variation on a Max Maven where we're using 14 cards altogether, and which the variation is using the Klondike Shuffle to reveal that matching one. And after that, because this is such a wonderful discard pile, we did another one here, right? So 12, okay? And then from here, really, with the 12, if you were to do a Max Maven variation instead of we did a regular Max Maven a second time on a packet of 12, but if you had done a variation on that, then the discard pile for that routine is nice as well. And from there you can go lower. So essentially you could do a 14 card and then drop down to a 12 card routine, and then 10, 8, 6, and so forth, right? As long as you're doing the variations, you're doing one of mine, not Max Maven's originals, because often his discard pile is unstructured. But if you do one of my variations, you can go all the way. You just keep coming down even amounts. In fact, we'll get to packets of 16, and from there you can do 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, and so forth, all from the same packet of cards, you know. As long as you either do a Klondike or an LRDO variation on Max Mavens.